All right, let's dive in. Today we're looking at B4E Insurtech. They're making waves in the insurance world, but not in the way you might think.
Yeah, it's interesting. They're not an insurance company themselves. More like they give other companies the tools to, completely change how they work.
So they're the backbone, kind of, the infrastructure that lets other companies build on top of it. What is B4E all about at its core?
So B4E, they do what's called Insurance Infrastructure as a Service,
Hey.
IIaaS for short. Basically, think of a platform. Companies can use it to design, launch, manage insurance products. And a crazy part, no coding needed.
No coding. Seriously, that's going to be a game changer for a lot of companies.
Mm-hmm.
But how does that actually work, like in real life?
Good question. Imagine those website builder tools. You don't need a developer to build a whole site from scratch. You just use their templates, drag and drop stuff, you're good to go. B4E is kind of like that, but for insurance.
So like someone with zero coding experience could build I don't know, a complex insurance product just like that.
Exactly, that's the whole point. Their platform is super user-friendly, intuitive, it's all visual. You pick from pre-built pieces, configure them to fit what you need, step by step.
That's wild. I bet smaller companies are loving this. The ones who can't just like hire a whole dev team.
Oh, absolutely. It levels the playing field. And it's not just about being easy to use, it's about speed, too. Companies can launch products crazy fast with this. We're talking like under 30 minutes in some cases,
Yeah.
from idea to launch.
Hold up, under 30 minutes? That's faster than ordering takeout. What does that kind of speed even mean for the industry?
Well, it means companies can be way more agile. Like the market changes, customer needs pop up, boom, new product, ready to go. It's a huge competitive advantage.
Makes sense, and I bet it helps them reach new markets quicker too.
Yeah.
But it can't just be about speed, right? What else does B4E bring to the table?
So another big thing is affordability. They have a subscription model, no upfront costs. That opens it up to basically any company, big or small. Especially helpful for startups, the ones who are always watching their budget.
Yeah, so it's like they're removing a big roadblock for new companies trying to enter the market.
Yeah.
More competition, more innovation, everybody wins, right?
Exactly. More options for the consumer usually means better products, lower prices.
This is fascinating stuff. B4E is really shaking things up, that's clear. But I'm curious, how's this tech being used to tackle the bigger issues in insurance? Like that global insurance gap everyone's talking about.
Yeah, that's where things get really interesting. B4E isn't just about making things faster and cheaper. They want to make insurance inclusive, accessible for everyone.
Okay, so how do they do that? Traditional insurance, it always felt like it left certain groups behind?
Yeah, you're right. It can be expensive, complicated, and just not designed for everyone. B4E changes that. It gives insurers the power to create products specifically for those underserved markets.
Can you give me an example? Like, how does that work in the real world?
Sure, imagine a small business owner, somewhere in a developing country, needs insurance to protect their livelihood. Traditional insurance. Probably too pricey, maybe it doesn't even cover what they need. But with B4E, an insurer can create a microinsurance product, affordable and tailored to the risks that specific business owner faces.
So they can create super specific insurance for niche markets. That's pretty cool. Does that mean they can even personalize it to individuals?
You got it. That's the beauty of this platform. Total flexibility, total customization. Imagine having insurance designed just for you, your lifestyle, your stuff, your health.
That's crazy, like a custom-made suit, but for insurance. What happens when you can personalize it like that? What changes?
Well, think about it. Insurance stops being this one-size-fits-all thing. It becomes a personal safety net, adapting to your needs as they change.
That's a powerful idea. B4E is really pushing the limits of what insurance can be, but there's got to be some serious tech behind all of this, right? Can you walk us through how the platform actually works?
One of the key things is how seamlessly it integrates with other systems. They use APIs, they're like digital connectors, let their system talk to other software. So companies don't have to throw out their old tech. They can just plug B4E right in.
Like adding a new app to your phone, but for a whole company? That's impressive. They really made it easy to use.
Yeah, they got rid of all the usual headaches that come with new tech. That's a big reason why they're so popular.
And that API stuff also lets them do multi-channel distribution, right?
Yeah.
I read somewhere that companies can sell through like a bunch of different channels using B4E.
Right. You can sell through brokers, banks, mobile companies, even online marketplaces. It's all about reaching customers where they are, especially important for those underserved communities we were talking about.
It's amazing how all these pieces fit together. You got efficiency, affordability, inclusivity. B4E's impact is undeniable. But I want to get your take on the bigger picture here. If everyone starts using this, what does the future of insurance look like?
Hmm. That's a good question. I think we're heading towards a future where insurance is much more personalized, more responsive to your needs, and way more integrated into our lives. Imagine your insurance adapting in real time to what you're doing, what you need.
That would be incredible. Like an invisible safety net, always there, always adjusting.
Exactly. And with B4E being so easy to use, so accessible, we might see anyone creating and selling insurance, not just the big companies. That could lead to some crazy innovation, new products we can't even imagine right now.
It's really inspiring to think about how much good this could do. But let's bring it back down to earth for a second. What are the key things our listeners should remember about B4E?
I think the main thing is they're not just disrupting the industry for the sake of it, they're trying to make insurance work better for everyone.
Right, they're using tech to make it faster, cheaper, more inclusive, and they're giving power to a new wave of innovators who are solving real-world problems.
That's it. They're definitely a company to watch. We're just seeing the tip of the iceberg with what they can do.
We've covered a lot today, that's for sure. Learned a ton about B4E and their mission to change the insurance world.
It's been a great dive.
Before we go, I want to leave our listeners with something to think about. If you could create the perfect insurance product for you, what would it cover? What gaps would it fill that your current insurance doesn't?
It's a good question to think about for sure. What risks do you face in your life? What would give you peace of mind?
If you're interested in learning more about B4E, check out their website. It's www.b4insurtech.com. They have a ton of info there.
And keep listening to the deep dive. We're always exploring the latest innovations that are shaping our world.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning.
And B4E's platform, it's built on this idea of like infinite product variants.
Infinite, so like from tiny microinsurance policies to massive, I don't know, corporate stuff.
Yep, pretty much anything you can think of.
Right.
And they're all built on the same core tech, so it's super efficient for the insurers.
Makes sense. So we've got the no-code thing, the speed, the flexibility. But how does this actually help the insurance companies themselves? What's in it for them?
Well, we already touched on some of it, like the speed, being able to launch products in under 30 minutes. That's unheard of in the traditional insurance world.
Yeah, that's got to be a game changer for their bottom line.
For sure. Plus, the no upfront costs thing, that's huge. Companies can experiment, try new things, reach new markets without breaking the bank.
So it's lower risk for them. They can be more innovative, more agile.
Exactly. And then there's the global reach. B4E's platform is designed to scale so companies can expand internationally much easier.
So it's not just about making insurance better, it's about making insurance companies better too.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. They're giving companies the tools to succeed in a world that's changing really fast.
It all comes back to their vision, right? Making insurance accessible to everyone.
Absolutely. And when you think about the societal impact of that, it's pretty incredible.
What do you mean? Like, how does it actually affect people's lives?
Well, think about the people who've always been excluded from traditional insurance.
The ones who couldn't afford it or couldn't find coverage that fit their needs.
Exactly. With B4E, they have a chance to finally get the protection they need, whether it's a farmer in a developing country insuring their crops, or a gig worker in a city insuring their income.
So it's about empowering people, giving them more control over their lives.
Yeah, I think that's at the heart of what B4E is trying to do.
Wow, this has been really eye-opening. B4E is doing some seriously impressive stuff. Yeah, it's kind of amazing when you think about it, how this tech can give people more options, more security.
Totally. It shows how important it is to stay informed,
Yeah,
keep up with what's happening tech, because it can really change things for the better.
absolutely. The world moves so fast these days, it's hard to keep track. But deep dives like this, they help us understand what's going on, how it affects us.
Yeah, connecting the dots, seeing the bigger picture. B4E might seem like a niche thing at first glance, but it's part of a much bigger trend. Technology is making these powerful tools available to everyone, not just the experts.
Which means more people can create solutions that fit their exact needs, right? So what does all this mean for our listeners?
Well, the future of insurance, it's probably going to look pretty different. More personalized, more responsive, more accessible than ever before.
And maybe, just maybe, a little bit more exciting. Who knew we'd be talking about insurance like this?
Right. But when you have companies like B4E pushing the boundaries, it's hard not to get excited about what the future holds.
So, to everyone listening, if you're curious, go check out B4E's website. It's www.b4einsurtech.com. They have a ton of information there. Maybe it'll spark some ideas for you. Who knows?
And keep tuning in to the deep dive. We'll keep exploring the coolest innovations that are shaping our world.
Until next time, stay curious, everyone.